I'm gonna be watching My Story Animated. Let's go. Amazon made me the richest girl in school.
The future waits for no one.
I hate ads.
So we refuse to wait for it.
I'm just gonna pause this so
pilots
you
and
guys don't
engineers.
have to suffer the pain I do.
Today, battles are waiting.
Hi there, my name is Penny.
Hi,
I'm 13
Penny.
years old, and over summer break, my whole life changed. All because I found a way to get anything I wanted off of Amazon for free. Alright, I think I should start by mentioning that I've always been poor. Like, sometimes my mom and I are homeless, kind of poor. And I'm pretty sure it's part of why I've always been super unpopular at school. Anyways, we were recently kicked out of our last spot and moved in with my aunt, which is great for me because at her house, I always get my own room with a TV and a computer in it and everything.
That's pretty nice.
Well, one day, I was on my computer surfing around on YouTube when I came across an interesting video. The title said, "How to Get Everything for Free from Amazon." I didn't really think it would work, but I was interested. I clicked in and began watching. "If you're watching this video, you must be ready for your whole life to change," the guy started. I was hooked. "This video is brought to you by a bug in Amazon's system." The guy continued with a sly wink. As he went on, I followed along, making sure to copy each step exactly. The whole process didn't take long at all, and before I knew it, I was at the last step, enter. Nothing seemed to happen. Just as I figured. I sighed. It must have been some weird hoax. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit bummed. I had tried not to get my hopes up, but I mean, after living a whole life of having nothing, the thought of being able to get anything I wanted delivered to me, for free, on demand, was like a dream. While I was already on Amazon, I figured I might as well order some new school supplies. School was just around the corner and I would be going into the 8th grade. Like every other year, I wouldn't be able to afford the new cool clothes that all the popular kids would have. But my mom always saved up just enough so that I could buy some brand new school supplies. She felt it was important, and it was special for me. "Education is your golden ticket to creating a better life for yourself, Penny Pie," she would always say. Now, don't get me wrong. I loved learning, but I hated going to school. I was always mocked for wearing the same clothes or looking like I hadn't showered, which, to be fair, I often hadn't after a night of sleeping in Mom's car or something. Anyways, I browsed around Amazon, putting things in my shopping cart, careful to stay on my budget of $15, which, for us, is a lot. Once I had found everything I needed, I went to pay. But where there should have been a price, there was only the word "free" in all caps. No way, I whispered to myself. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Okay, where's that
Had
video?
it really worked? My heart was racing a little bit with some newfound excitement. Carefully, as I might mess something up if I moved too fast, I dragged the mouse to where it said "confirm order." Click. Off my order went, and up came a notice saying that my package would be delivered in 2 days. Only 2 days? I looked at the top corner of the screen and noticed that I somehow had Amazon Prime. I checked on my subscription, and it said my Prime membership had just been activated.
What? I don't know if this is real or not. I want to believe it, but I don't know if I can.
For $0 per month. The code must have automatically given me free membership. Suddenly, my mind was filled with all of the possibilities, but I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself or get my hopes up just to be let down. So I decided to place another order for a slightly bigger purchase, and I knew exactly what I wanted. It was a super trendy backpack that I knew all the cool kids would have this year. I had seen it while browsing for supplies, but it was $50, so I didn't even bother clicking on it until now. I found the exact backpack I wanted, and I picked my favorite color, which made the price jump up to $57. It felt weird not to care. I went to pay, and there again was the word "free" where the price should have been. Click. Order confirmed. 2-day delivery. Woohoo! I was ecstatic. I wanted to go bonkers, ordering everything my heart desired. But I figured it would be best to wait and make sure the orders actually arrived first. Sure enough, 2 days later, while my mom and aunt were out job hunting for my mom, there was a knock on the front door. I opened it up to see 2 packages by my feet and an Amazon Prime truck driving off. I could hardly contain my excitement. I quickly grabbed both packages, slammed the door shut, and raced off to my room. I wanted so badly to just tear them open right then and there, but this moment...
You could be getting all of your course materials for the price of 1 textbook.
You'll wait through this.
Looked the packages over and ran my fingers over my name. My name on a package sent to my house. Well, my house for now at least. But still, it was something that I couldn't recall ever experiencing before. After taking it all in, I slowly unsealed the first package and pulled out each item. First, it was the pencils and school supplies. There it was, the smell of fresh plastic and the subtle squeak of newness in my hands. I opened the next package and slid the backpack out. For a moment, I was just frozen. staring at the thing that symbolizes so many things I had always wanted. I hugged the backpack and cried. At first, I cried for all of the things I had never gotten, for the pain I had felt for being made fun of and isolated. And then the tears turned into tears of happiness, and I began to laugh just thinking about how different life would be from here on out. And then, in a craze of emotion, the real shopping spree began. I bought new clothes and jackets, cool accessories and makeup, hair extensions and fake nails, all the latest gadgets and tablets. Whatever I wanted. I would go to school this year as a whole
You
new
sympathize
person.
because it's
Nobody
Corona
would even
time.
recognize me. I suddenly had a new confidence about me that I had never known before. On the first day of school, sure enough, nobody recognized me at all. Not even my best friend Claire. She couldn't believe it when I told her it was me. We walked together in the hall and everyone stared, even the cool kids. At lunch that day, one of the most popular girls in school, Jade, even sat down next to us. "Hey, new girl," she said. "Cool backpack. I have the same one. But in Jade, which is my name, what's yours?" I laughed and said, "Jade." "It's me, Penny." As she looked at me with recognition, I started to feel self-conscious. "Penny? No way," she said, her whole demeanor changing. "I seriously didn't even recognize you. What happened?" She said it in a way that I knew very well. It made me feel small. I wanted to curl up and hide, but then I remembered the reflection I had seen in the mirror. I held my chin up high as I replied, "Things have changed for me, Jade. It's a shame that I can't say the same for you." Both Jade and Claire's jaws dropped. This gave me even more confidence. "Anyways, I have a new connection. I can basically have anything I want, just like that," I said as I snapped my fingers. No biggie. This got both of their attention, but Jade was now taking over the conversation, asking all sorts of questions. I just acted cool, calm, and mysterious, and answered with super short responses to keep her guessing. She called a couple of her other cool friends over to the table and filled them in. When they all started to chime in, asking questions too, I hooked arms with Claire and said, "This is a little annoying, don't you think? Let's go." As we walked away from the most popular girls in school, who were all staring in awe after us, we laughed as we turned the corner. Just like that, we were the girls the popular girls wanted to talk to. Once we were completely alone, I explained everything to Claire. And after school
like
that
to
day,
take the
she
time.
came to my house so we could order a bunch of cool new stuff for her. Soon enough, we were both the most stylish and trendy girls in the whole school.
Whoa.
And I started to love going. Every day, the popular kids all wanted to hang out with us. Just to keep them happy, I even bought some things for them. And you should have seen how happy and grateful they were. They were practically bowing down to me as their queen. Within weeks, I was receiving between 20 to 30 packages a day. On some days, the other kids would even line up in gym class as Claire and I would sit on the bleachers, passing out gifts like a modern-day Lady Santa Claus. Of course, while school life was getting better and better, things were becoming more and more difficult back home. As my mom and aunt became more suspicious, I had to lie and tell them that all the packages were for a job I had found on Amazon. I told them that companies were paying me to test out all sorts of products in exchange for my raving reviews. I almost felt worse when they believed it, but I couldn't stop now. I was the happiest I had ever been. That is, until one day, when along with around 35 packages, I received a letter from Amazon. It was laid out for me on the kitchen table when I got home from school. I guess my mom had gotten it first, but it was still sealed. She trusted me too much. I was nervous as I opened it. Amazon had never sent me a letter before. I read in horror.
Ad.
Prove yourself.
Rad.
Explained that I had been the biggest spender that month. They were wanting to know how I had been receiving all of those shipments, stating that they were unable to track any of the receipts. In a panic, I tore the letter up into tiny little pieces and buried them deep in the bottom of the trash can. My whole body felt like it was in knots, but I tried to shake it off and tried to get it out of my head. There was no time for worrying about that now. Not when I was the most popular girl in school and had the life of my dreams. But I couldn't just ignore it completely. Amazon was obviously onto me, and I was worried that my free-for-all shopping spree could soon come to a halt. So that evening, I started buying some of the big-ticket items. I wanted to make sure I had all of the best and most expensive things that I knew I may never be able to afford again. I ordered laptops, expensive watches, beautiful porcelain chandeliers, and even spendy decorations for my room. I even bought all sorts of nice things for my aunt's house and nice jewelry for my mom. I had been too nervous to shop for them before, but knowing that this may be my last chance, I went wild and would just tell them that they were also given to me for reviews. To no real surprise, Within just 2 days, I logged in to find that I no longer had all free access. I didn't even have Amazon Prime anymore. And just a day after that, I got another letter in the mail. This time, Amazon told me that they had found the bug in their system and fixed the issue, and that they would be in touch soon. I honestly didn't think about it too much. I was just happy that I had gotten all the really expensive stuff before it was too late. Well, let's just say that my happiness about that pretty quickly turned into a total freak out, because now I was getting tons of letters from Amazon every day. Between 20 to 30, as a matter of fact.
Whoa.
They were all receipts for every single purchase I had made, along with the occasional letter threatening a lawsuit if I didn't reimburse them by the end of the month. Now that I was no longer receiving packages and only letters, I had to come up with another lie for my mom and aunt, who were becoming more and more suspicious. I told them they were just thank you letters from people I had written reviews for, or more people asking for my endorsements. I also told them I had decided to quit my job and asked if they could just throw the letters away if they saw them. But one day, I caught my mom starting to open one of the letters when I got home from school. I caught her just in time and she apologized for almost invading my privacy. "I'm just worried about you, Penny Pie," she said. "Something just seems off with you lately." I told her that everything was okay and that I was sorry for making her feel worried. And I meant it. "You don't have to worry anymore, Mom," I said. "I told them to stop sending me stuff and that I quit for good. So we shouldn't get any more letters or packages anyways." Of course, this wasn't anywhere close to true. I had an unimaginable amount of money to still make in a very short period of time before they would stop sending those letters. But I had to deal with one thing at a time. I knew I would really be toast if my mom ever found out. So I made that a priority and started skipping my last class every day, just to get the mail before my mom or
Then you
aunt
just
could.
turn
In the
into
meantime,
toast.
I was selling everything I could on Facebook Market and Craigslist, anywhere I could think of. I even explained what was happening to Claire and all of my new friends, and how I was in serious trouble. I asked if they could give back the stuff I had bought for them so I can make back.
Today's
Oh my
topic
gosh.
is paranormal
I'm sorry.
experiences.
I hate ads so much.
Back that money. Of course, Claire did this without any hesitation and even helped me sell some of it, but everyone else just laughed at me. Jade even called me pathetic in front of everyone. "I knew you were an imposter," she said, and then she started to chant, "Penny is a loser!" And all of the other cool kids, who I thought were now my friends, joined along. But at that moment, I was too worried about getting the money back to even care. At this point, Claire and I had scrounged up a whopping $1,000, which was practically a nickel compared to what I had spent. And to make matters even worse, when I got home
I
that
just
day,
wanna-
after skipping class to get the mail,
That
my mom was on the
Jade
phone with the
girl.
principal. Now I was in real trouble. Surely he would be informing her of all of my recent absences. I had to think quick. She hadn't heard me come in the house, so I snuck upstairs and quietly shut my bedroom door. I had nowhere else to turn. So I hopped on my computer. I wrote in the search bar, "How to make money fast." The first video I saw was one that said, "How to make money fast with a Craigslist scam." I was totally desperate and freaking out.
Oh, well, that's it for today. Goodbye. Bye.